Saddleback Stadium here on the campus of Saddleback College in Mission Viejo, California. Welcome to today's key Orange Empire Conference men's soccer matchup between visiting Irvine Valley College and the host Saddleback Bobcats. Irvine Valley, the Lasers, enter South Orange County Community College District rivals with the Saddleback, and this game has a lot of potential 3C2A California Community College Athletic Association playoff implications. Irvine Valley is currently second in the Orange Empire Conference and in good solid position to earn a 3C2A Southern Regional playoff berth beginning next week because they are number 6 in the Southern Region Power Points, which is how the 3C2A determines the 16 teams that make the playoffs. Saddleback comes in at number 14 in the 3C2A Southern Region Power Points. So they need a victory today, avenging a 4-1 loss in the first round at conference play at Irvine Valley last month. Saddleback would like to see a victory or at least a draw to sustain their position and then close out the season on Thursday against Santiago Canyon to close regular season play and wait to see where the chips may fall. The Lasers of Irvine Valley, as I mentioned, in good position, solid in second place in conference, trailing undefeated Fullerton. Fullerton is 10-0-2 in conference play. Their only 2 draws were, interestingly enough, one against Irvine Valley, one against Saddleback. So Saddleback in their home cardinal and gold, visiting Irvine Valley in the white with the black trim. I am Mark Spen. Thank you for joining us here on this Saddleback College Department of Cinema, Television, and Radio production YouTube live stream of this Orange Empire Conference game. Our referees for today's game, in the middle, the main referee Sarfaraz, the linesmen Beamer and Munoz. And we are just about ready to get underway. Irvine Valley, the visitors, the Lasers, Connor Ward in his second year as head coach. BJ McNichol, first year of men's soccer in the history of Saddleback College. The head coach for both the Saddleback men and women this season. The undefeated, nationally number 1 ranked Saddleback Bobcats women's team. We'll talk a bit more about them as this match goes on. But right now it's time for men's football here at College Drive East, what I call Saddleback Stadium, in homage to the English professional leagues and their naming of stadiums by location. Beautiful Saddleback Stadium sits on College Drive East on the campus of Saddleback College. Lasers tried to get it down the right sideline to Christopher Camarena. They'll have a throw-in on the near sideline. About 66 degrees, game time temperature, beautiful day. A little bit of a breeze out of the south, blowing to the north. That is going right to left on your screen. So Irvine Valley traveling south right now, attempting to get into the southern goal, defended by Dominic DeFrena, starting goalkeeper for Saddleback. 12th start of the season for Dominic. Comes in with a 5-1-2 record and a 1.36 goals against average, 1 shutout on the season. Lucas Stark takes it away in the corner. Gets it off to Jacob Peraza. Saddleback takes it away there. Nicely done by Brian Landaruzzi Carlo. Comes over to the far side, Andrew June trying to chase it down, number 10 for Saddleback. Nice play to keep it in right there by Perazza. Ball went into touch. Ryan Mann going to take the throw in for Saddleback. He's excellent at these long throw-ins, almost as he can put it up there with touch like it's a lofted corner kick, even from this far away frequently. We'll see what Ryan can do here. Number 17 gets it toward the 6-yard box. It bounces around between multiple players and lands in the hands of the freshman goalkeeper, Christopher Arzade Freshman out of Godinez from Santa Ana, getting the start today, his 7th of the season. Christopher's 3-2 with a 2.14 goals against average and 1 shutout. In his 6 previous starts, this being his 7th. Irvine Valley has one of the top scorers in the Orange Empire Conference. In number 7, Grant Miller, 14 goals on the season. Their leading scorer is number 10, Ivan Lopez, 35 points, 10 goals and 15 assists. A little collision there near midfield. Joel Smith, number 20, as Saddleback whistled for the infraction. Free kick coming up for Irvine Valley. As we mentioned, a lot of playoff implications here. Power points, how the California Community College Athletic Association, the 3C2A, picks the 16 teams from the North and the South. That's 16 from each region for the state playoffs, which will begin next week. Saddleback currently 14th in the Southern region power points. A victory today would come close to locking up a playoff berth, but nothing is certain because you need a slide rule and calculators to figure out these power points. But it would go a long way to helping the Bobcats in their first year of men's soccer here in 2023. First time in school history. Saddleback opened in 1968, the first time the school has fielded a men's soccer team. Here in the fall of 2023, taking on their South Orange County Community College District rivals, Irvine Valley. Irvine Valley comes in 11-3-5 overall, 6-1-5 in the Orange Empire Conference. Saddleback is 8-5-4, 5-4-3 in conference. Interesting statistic is that Saddleback is 5-0-3, 5 wins, no losses, and 3 draws here at home, here at College Drive East, Saddleback Stadium. Irvine Valley is 6-0-2 away, so they've 6 wins, no losses, 2 draws. So Irvine Valley unbeaten on the road, Saddleback unbeaten at home. We'll see what might have to give here today as the visitors in white try and get something going. It's taken away there by Ryan Man up the left-hand side. He's got a little bit of room, puts a left-footer rocket, goes high above the crossbar, got the shot off. No real danger there for Christopher Arzate in goal, as that was well above the top of the crossbar. Good aggressive play by Ryan Mann. Goal kick for the Lasers. We're into the 6th minute here. If you're not familiar with community college soccer, it's a 45-minute countdown clock. So we start at 45 minutes and tick down instead of going from 0 up to 45, as might be something you may be more accustomed to in soccer timing, football timing. Just the way it works here. The clock will go from 45 down to 2 minutes in each half, and at 2 minutes, the clock on the scoreboard stops. And our referee, Sarfaraz, will keep the time and any stoppage time from 2 minutes left in regulations, plus any added time for the remainder of each half on the field. So we may not know how much stoppage time or exactly how much time in regulation is left. I'll give you our best guesstimates and see if we can pick up a signal. They don't hold up a digital signboard like they might in, professional football, European professional football, international football. Corner kick here for the Lasers. Into the box, headed out nicely there. I believe that was Marco Jean Cortez. Marco, they call him, headed that out, number 15 for Saddleback. Goes down into the Irvine Valley end. The Lasers will have a throw in to bring it back in the other direction. Run through the starters for you really quick, as we have a little bit of time between action. As I mentioned, Christopher Arzate, the goalkeeper freshman from Santa Ana, Godinez High School. In goal for the Lasers, Gabriel Velasco, Gabriel, number 3, defenseman out of Los Alamitos. Leonard Granzow, 5 goals on the season. He's from Germany, sophomore, number 5 for Irvine Valley. Grant Miller, as we mentioned, he with his 14 goals out of Tesoro, Rancho Santa Margarita. He's number 7, forward for Irvine Valley. Midfielder Jacob Edwards, number 8, from England, sophomore out of Tranmere Football College. Ivan Lopez, as we mentioned, their leading scorer with 35 points, 10 goals, 15 assists. Another player out of Godinez in Santa Ana. He's a sophomore forward, number 10. Anthony Ocampo, number 17, a midfielder out of Trabuco Hills, another South County player. There wasn't a soccer program here at Saddleback College until this year, so there's a couple of sophomores from South County playing at other schools for the opportunity to play at the community college level last year. Jacob Peraza, number 23, defender out of Foothill. He's a freshman. Fred Bukovic, number 24, forward out of Irvine High School. Here come the Bobcats now. Nice little lead pass up ahead. That was Landazuri Carlo, number 11, had some room down the middle. The Lasers got back, and they'll send it in from their own end. For Saddleback, most of the usual faces. As we mentioned, Dominic DeFrena, freshman from Las Flores, California, Tesoro High School. Number 00, he's in goal. Nathan Aquino out of J. Sarah, freshman defender, number 1. Andrew June, freshman forward out of Tesoro, number 10. Brian Landazuri Carlo, who we just mentioned, number 11, sophomore midfielder. Bobcats with some room here. Spencer Simus, number 14, leaves it off for Cortez. Cortez back over to Simus. Little room down the left-hand side. Andrew June battling with it there with Peraza. And the Bobcats, it went on the end line into touch, so the Bobcats will have a corner. Most likely Nathan Aquino, number 1. Yeah, the freshman out of J. Sarah coming down to take it on here on the near side. Defender Alex Avila, number 13 for Saddleback. Freshman out of San Juan Hills. Spencer Simus, freshman midfielder out of J. Sarah. Aquino, a little bit too much weight on that one. It goes through the box, up into the side of the net. Goal kick for Irvine Valley. John Cortez, they call him Marco, as I mentioned, out of Trabuco Hills, freshman defender, number 15. Ryan Mann, freshman out of Aliso Niguel High School, number 17 for the Bobcats. Joel Smith leading the team with 9 goals. He's a freshman midfielder out of Pacific Coast High School in Tustin. Sep Sodakashan, number 23. Sep, 6'2" freshman out of Irvine High School with 7 goals in the starting lineup, a forward today. And number 25, defender Alex Martinez. Free substitution in community college soccer as the Bobcats set up for a free kick after the foul from about 40 meters from the goal line. Carlo will take it for Saddleback as they set up. Puts it into the box. Nice weight on that one. A headed attempt there by Alex Martinez. Looked like Irvine Valley was caught slightly off guard. Nice job by the Bobcats to take advantage of the quicker free kick setup. And Carlo put it to Martinez, who got a header off, but it was wide left, not on goal. 0-0 the score. 33 and change to go on the countdown clock. Nice movement in the middle by Irvine Valley. Long lead pass. That's Camarena. He's offside. Christopher Camarena on the run down the right-hand side. Flag went up. Bobcats will put it back into play. As I was going to say, it's free substitution in community college soccer, so players can be taken out, substituted for, and re-enter multiple times throughout the game. Another difference between professional level football, where there's limited substitutions, and once you're taken out, you may not re-enter. In community college soccer, you may. Spencer Simas trying to win that ball in midfield, sent back into the Saddleback end. A little bit of a room on the middles for Ocampo. Saddleback closes well defensively. Statistically, these teams are pretty even. There's a into the box. DeFrena comes off the line, pulls it home, and he'll send it back towards his counterpart at the north end. Saddleback in the home Cardinal and gold, going right to left. Irvine Valley visiting in the white, the Lasers going left to right. As I mentioned, a little bit of wind out of the south, so going right to left on your screen, meaning that Saddleback has the wind here in the first half. Not a significant breeze, but a little bit. Cortez will run that down before any damage can be done on the run down the right side. Lasers do a nice job. That's Lucas Stark, number 11, keeping it in. He makes a nice centering ball over to Ocampo, left-hand side. There's room and a shot off. Ticked away. Nice save by DeFrena. A lot of traffic in front of him. Dominic DeFrena got a hand on it, diving to his left. Good opportunity for Irvine Valley. Nice ball movement to set that up. And I believe that was Grant Miller, number 7, who had the shot on goal. And the Lasers come quickly. Saddleback has a throw-in at the midfield line. It's 0-0 here. We're under 30 minutes to go in the first half. We're into the 16th minute. Shot was by Grant Miller on the previous possession. Connor Ward has some questions. For referee Sarfaraz. A little bit of delay here. I'm not sure what the confusion about it. Connor Ward just not particularly happy with something that was or was not called. And we're back underway. And there's still some conversation coming in. And there's the yellow card on the Irvine Valley bench. Referee Sarfaraz had heard just about enough from the Irvine Valley bench, and then he did hear enough and issues the yellow card on the Laser bench at the 28 minutes and change mark on the countdown clock. 17th minute as we play. Possession returns to Irvine Valley. And it looks like Coach Connor Ward right there at midfield on the far sideline. Still having discussions or maybe just instructing his team from there. But the yellow card was on the Irvine Valley team bench. Long lead pass on the far side goes into touch. Saddleback will bring it back into play in their own end. 0-0. Big Orange Empire Conference match here today. Saddleback looking to take solo possession of third place, which a victory could give them depending on results of other games. Bobcats tied with Golden West and Cypress at 5-4-3. For third place today, Irvine Valley, as we mentioned, in second place at 6, 1, and 5. So the Bobcats, should Cypress and Golden West fail to win, would move the Bobcats into a better position in the standings. Little breakaway, nice save again by DeFrena, and the flag went up, offside, wouldn't have mattered anyway. Anthony Ocampo down the left-hand side was offside on his run. Ironically, and here's where you need your slide rule and your calculator with the PowerPoints, it would actually behoove Saddleback if Golden West were to win today, even though Saddleback is tied with Golden West right now at 5, 4, and 3 in the conference. For PowerPoint rankings, Saddleback would drop a little bit if Golden West were to lose to Santa Ana. That would pull a lot of the Orange Empire Conference teams down just on the vagaries of the PowerPoint calculations. Saddleback Sports Information Director Brad Hoyseth gave me a little primer on that before the game, and it would hurt, ironically, Saddleback if they were to win and Golden West was to lose. It looks good in the standings because Saddleback would be no worse than tied for third with Cypress and possibly solo third place in the Orange Empire Conference, but a loss by Golden West to Santa Ana would hurt the Bobcats in the PowerPoints, and that's where the playoffs come from. Simus with room there on the left-hand side, tries to center it in, tried to get it to Sepp, number 23. Sode Cashin, 6'2", an easy target there at the top of the 6-yard box. But Irvine Valley does a nice job of clearing that out of there. Bobcats will throw in with Ryan Mann into the corner to Joel Smith, chasing it down. Nice job again marking him. Jacob Peraza, the freshman out of Foothill High School. Goal kick coming up for Irvine Valley. Joel, as we mentioned, the leading scorer for the Bobcats with 9 goals on the season. And they've got Sepp in the lineup with him. Sode Cashin, number 23, freshman out of Irvine High School, who has 7 goals. So Coach B.J. McNichol trying to create some offense with his 2 top scorers there on the front line for the Bobcats. Under 25 to go on the countdown clock. Long lead pass. DeFrena comes way out of the box to send that one back into the Irvine Valley end. Leonard Granzo, number 5, gets it up on the right-hand side. That's a nice lead pass to Camarena. Christopher Camarena makes a nice move, puts a centering pass in, got around Cortez in the corner, but Saddleback does a nice job to come over and clear that back out to the middle. Irvine Valley keeps the pressure on. There's a whistle there, a foul on the Lasers, so Saddleback will hold off that opportunity for Irvine Valley. Nice run by Camarena, got it into the right-hand corner. Made a nice move to get around Cortez, but then Saddleback was able to send the centering pass out of harm's way. And we're still level at 0-0 with 23.5 to go here in the first half. Here at College Drive East, I am Mark Spen. Thank you for joining us. Orange Empire Conference men's football. We'll use the international term here at College Drive East Saddleback Stadium. A little sloppy here in the last couple minutes. Irvine Valley has gotten the better of it in terms of opportunities, to be sure, here in the first part of the first half. No real good opportunities yet for Saddleback, although there's a centering pass that's cleared away once again by Granzow. And he puts it up to the right side to Camarena again. Sophomore out of Foothill. They take it to the right side again. Pedraza trying to leave it over there for Camarena. Nice takeaway by Ryan Mann. He left foots it up. Granzow's over there. Headed out of bounds by Andrew June. but they're going to award the ball to the Bobcats. So they're going to say it went off a Granzow. So we're on the near sideline in front of the Saddleback bench. 22 minutes to go in the first half. 0-0. Cortez into June. Good job defensively by Irvine Valley. Jacob Peraza once again almost got a little careless with that kick pass back to Arzate, the goalkeeper, but he gets it out of there before any damage is done. Camarena, little miscommunication with Jacob Edwards, number 8, his teammate there, on give and go down the right side. Mann's got it. And Saddleback gets a little sloppy with it right there, and Irvine Valley's got throw in deep in, and there's a nice little kick pass. Tried to get it there to Ocampo, number 17, just a little bit too much on the pass, but a great effort from Irvine Valley. Most of the pressure here in the first half offensively has come from Irvine Valley. One really good opportunity, Grant Miller's blast from about 12 meters that DeFrena made a quick dive to his left to knock out to the sideline. Really the only scoring opportunity for either team in terms of a legitimate shot on goal. Dominic Ochoa is on for the Bobcats, giving Sote Kashan a break. Saddleback, 4 shots, officially none on goal. Irvine Valley with just the 1 shot, but it was on goal from Grant Miller. 1 corner apiece. But most of the action has been at the south end by the Saddleback goal, as Irvine Valley is keeping the pressure on and the Bobcats having trouble getting established on the laser side of midfield. Under 20 to play here in the first half, 0-0, no score. Big game for both teams. As we mentioned, power points. Irvine Valley at number 6 in the South currently, looking to increase that, get a better seating for the 3C2A, California Community College Athletic Association state playoffs, which begin next week, the Southern region, Northern region as well. Saddleback, number 14, currently in on paper, but needs some good showings here in these last couple of games and things to go their way in other games. Foul there on the Bobcats. Spencer Simus. Bakovic lost it, got it back. There's the sophomore from Germany, Granzow, number 5. Arman Agigit, number 9, with 5 goals on the season, freshman out of Irvine University High School, into the game for Irvine Valley. Perazza will throw it in. Tried to chase it to the end line. Was Arman, but it goes into touch. Goal kick for the Bobcats. 18 minutes to go here in the first half. No score, 0-0. Cortez pressured. Irvine Valley doing a nice job with their forwards and midfielders getting pressure deep in the Saddleback end. Saddleback hasn't been able to send a runner to break that. Alex Martinez Puts it off of Hagigit, and it'll be a throw-in for the Bobcats as we approach 17 minutes to go here in half number 1. Another substitution for the Bobcats, Tyler Peterson, freshman forward out of San Juan Hills High School, number 21 into the game. As we mentioned, number 19, Dominic Ochoa, had come on a couple of minutes ago. Ryan Mann, Simus, Cortez back to Simus. Left-hand side, Saddleback looking to try and get some penetration. Goes off of Joel Smith right at midfield. Irvine Valley sends it back into play in front of Coach B.J. McNichol and the Bobcats bench. Looping lead pass, Cortez gets a boot on it. Nice job there by Alex Martinez to poke that away, but Irvine Valley comes back up with it. And there's a foul against the Bobcats there. Free kick coming for Irvine Valley. Opportunity to get a set piece orchestrated and try and break this 0-0 tie as we're under 16 to go here in the first half. Orange Empire Conference pivotal matchup, second place, Irvine Valley College. Tied for third, Saddleback Valley. Saddleback Valley is actually Saddleback. But we are here in the beautiful Saddleback Valley. And what a view from here at Saddleback Stadium. All the surrounding foothills. Dominic DeFrena comes off the line. He's collided with there in the 6-yard box. Both players down. Off of the free kick, DeFrena came off the line. Did a nice job knocking it away. A good aggressive run by Irvine Valley. I'm not going to try and guess who that is down in the field. I've got the binoculars. Cortez is trying to help him up. And it's Grant Miller, number 7, their top scorer. Pretty hard collision with DeFrena. Grant took the worst of it, it looked like. And the Bobcats will send it into play. Grant Miller's 14 goals are second in Orange Empire Conference play. Gonzalez of Fullerton leads the conference with 23 goals. Ivan Lopez, as we mentioned, their leading scorer in points with those 15 assists. And his 10 goals, those 10 goals are fourth in the conference. Joel Smith, Saddleback, fifth in the conference with his 9 goals. Got an injury timeout here. Trainers coming out onto the pitch. Maybe Grant Miller that went to the bench there. Saddleback will try and chase it down in the left-hand corner and do. Joel Smith gets around Granzow, looking for the foul in the box, and there's a point to the spot. I believe the Bobcats are going to get the penalty kick right there as Granzow brought down Joel Smith as he made the turn on the left-hand side. Couldn't prevent Joel from getting around him, took him down. And Sarfaraz, the referee, pointed to the penalty spot, and that's what we've got. Penalty kick. Under 13 minutes to play. Saddleback will get a chance to get on the board on Granzow's foul in the penalty area on Joel Smith to set up this penalty kick attempt And it looks like Andrew June will take it for Saddleback. Freshman out of Tesoro. Big moment in this game, but Joel Smith had clearly beaten Granzow, who couldn't do really anything except foul him to keep Joel from getting to the near post. Looking to make those 9 goals into 10. June with 6 goals on the season. Christopher Arzade on the line. Let's see which way he thinks Andrew's going to go with it. June, quick run, hard into the low near side. Makes the net cords dance. Andrew June on the penalty kick. Score! Saddleback takes a 1-0 lead. 11 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first half. Saddleback on the penalty kick. Andrew June blasted it low into the near post left side. Arzade guessed the other way. Score for Andrew June. Score for Saddleback. 1-0. 7th goal of the season for Andrew June. And the Bobcats get that big opening goal after Irvine Valley had dominated much of the first half so far offensively. And now the Lasers look to respond. And Irvine Valley may have to do it for a little while without Grant Miller, because after that collision with DeFrena a few moments ago, he stayed on and now has come off and being attended to by the trainers on the Irvine Valley bench on the far side. And that would be a loss for Irvine Valley, the number 2 goal scorer in the conference. A little bit of a sloppy crossing pass by Saddleback there. Irvine Valley taking advantage. Lopez sends it back to midfield. Nice move there by Bukovic. Saddleback on the winning the ball on the sideline, looking for the throw in, and they will get it. Hoping Grant Miller is just a little shaken up from that collision, and we'll see him back on the pitch.
Other scores from the OEC action so far today. They are about 10 minutes left out as Cypress, Fullerton and Cypress tied at 1 apiece. Colden West, Santa Ana still no score, about 10 minutes left in the opening half there.
Nice takeaway there by Bukovic, number 24. Lasers win the ball on the left and send it up the left-hand side. And that is Grant Miller back in the game, which is good to see. The Lasers will have a throw-in parallel to the top of the penalty area on the far sideline, trailing 1-0. Saddleback 1, Irvine Valley 0. Andrew June's penalty kick with about 11 minutes and 30 seconds to go after Joel Smith was fouled in the box by Leonard Granzow, the sophomore out of Germany. Good aggressive play by Joel to set that up, and Andrew June made the net cords dance on the blast low to the near post for the score. 1-0 Saddleback. Irvine Valley trying to make some pressure turn into opportunity, because they have had the most pressure offensively throughout the first half here. Granzow, good aggressive play on the right-hand sideline, sends it up. Oh, it gets by Armand, and Armand will have to watch that one get knocked away by Saddleback. Blazers will have it again on another throw-in near the top of the penalty area. Parallel to it, on the near sideline throw-in, Peraza gets it in. Gigit, Pekovic, middle of the field. Goes off of Tyler Peterson. June with it. Right-hand sideline. Joel Smith, little touch pass to the middle. Smith looking for room, nothing there. Martinez over to Gian Cortez down the left side. Marco battling. Nice job defensively there by Hagigit. Turns Cortez away. Simas with it now. Best sustained possession in Irvine Valley's end that Saddleback has had, but the Lasers have prevented anything from occurring outside of long loop pass that'll go into touch. Goal kick. Tyler Peterson couldn't run that down. Nice thought by Ryan Mann, but good defensive positioning by the Lasers. Nothing doing, and we're approaching 6 minutes to go in the first half. 39th minute. Andrew June's penalty kick goal in the 24th minute. The difference so far, 1-0. Saddleback leads visiting Irvine Valley. Irvine Valley in the white with the black trim going left to right with the ball here at midfield. Lucas Stark. Long lead pass over there to Hagigit. He heads it back to Peraza. Peraza sends it into the goal. It takes a little bit of a funny bounce, but Dominic DeFreno was well positioned. Got it on the short hop. Overhands it out. Try and get something going quickly for the Bobcats. But once again, the Lasers preventing any upfield lengthy passing by Saddleback. There's just too many Lasers in the way. Irvine Valley had some numbers there. Jonas Fopen. Another international player from the Netherlands. Irvine Valley. Hagigit sends it off of Cortez. And the Lasers will have a throw-in as we're under 5 minutes now here in the first half. As I mentioned, the clock on the scoreboard will stop at 2 minutes. And our referee will keep the last 2 minutes of regulation in the half, in both halves, as a matter of fact, and any stoppage time added down on the field. And we probably won't know how much that is unless we catch the signal to the sideline. Flag goes up on the Lasers. Scoreboard goes down to 4 minutes here in the first half. It's 1-0 Saddleback. Andrew June with his 7th goal of the season after Joel Smith earned the penalty kick opportunity with a hard driving move to the near post along the left side. Irvine Valley comes away with it again. Ocampo did a nice job. Pekovic sends it down the left side. Scrum for it in the penalty area. Nice centering pass, but there was Cortez to come over to head that out of harm's way. Nice job by Gian Marco Cortez, number 15 for Saddleback. Freshman out of Trabuco Hills High School right here in Mission Viejo, California. Corner kick here for the Lasers. That was Yasser Malisho. Headed twice, knocked away. Now the Bobcats can't get room for DeFreno to pick it up. It's still knocked around in the box. There's a foul there against Irvine Valley. That was nervous time right there for Saddleback because that ball was free in the 6-yard box for a couple of bounces. The corner from, I believe it was Malisho, came back towards him. He sent it back into the box. It got headed around a couple of times. And then there were a couple of short hops where a boot on it could have put it into the net because DeFreno was kind of blocked from getting to the ball by some of his own defenders, as well as Lasers trying to get to that ball. No harm done for Saddleback. Irvine Valley with a good opportunity, keeping the pressure on. Tyler Peterson tries to send the pass down the sideline to Nathan Aquino. It's off on the far sideline, throw in for Irvine Valley as we've reached the 2-minute stoppage time on the clock. So now we're into the final 2 minutes of regulation. There's a nice little lead pass into the box, popped up in the air. DeFreno will come way off. He almost loses it, does lose it. Now he dives on it. No. Irvine Valley was looking for some kind of a call in the penalty area. No foul was given. They actually called it on the Lasers to set up. It may have just been a play on, and DeFreno eventually reeled that in. Regardless, no penalty kick. Simus over to Sepp. So Decushion. Sepp into the left-hand corner. Nice job defensively there. Peraza's done a great job of that left sideline in that corner. It goes off of Irvine Valley right in front of the Saddleback bench. So now we're just going to keep an eye on our referee, Sarfaraz, for the whistle because we just don't know how much time he's added. Another throw in. This will be Ryan Mann territory, I would think, for the Bobcats as it goes off the Lasers into touch. Once again, about parallel with the top of the box here on the near sideline. And Ryan with his usual long run up here, the freshman from Aliso Niguel High School, gets it into the 6-yard box. It's headed around. That's a nice job by Granzow heading that. It'll set up another long throw in. Ryan Mann will have an opportunity from near the near corner. And he got another nice lofted pass. That one didn't have quite enough on it this time. Comes up short. Granzow again heads it out. And Irvine Valley gets it up the field. Here's Grant Miller. Nice move there by Miller to get around defenders. Still going. Defensively, good takeaway right there by the Bobcats. Grant Miller was on a run, and Saddleback got there to take it away from him. May have been Cortez who made that play right there on the second leading goal scorer in the Orange Empire Conference, Grant Miller. And we should be approaching the whistle for the end of the half. Might be time for one more run by either team here as we are into stoppage time in the first half. 1-0 Saddleback. Bobcats will have a throw-in. Ball gets away to the very far reaches of College Drive East here, the beautiful Saddleback Stadium, with the massive Olympic qualifying grade track and field facility surrounding the pitch. Bobcats send it out of bounds in front of the Irvine Valley bench. The Lasers get it back in, moving quickly. Hagigit, Peraza play a little pitch and catch along the right-hand sideline. Saddleback leads 1-0. Waning moments of the first half. Lasers trying to get some position. Nice job there by Ryan Mann to take that away. Granzow with it now at midfield. Lopez, quick touch back to the center. Granzow looking to loft one down on a run. Miller is behind the defenders. I think he would have been offside if the ball had gotten to him. And there is the end of the first half. The whistle comes. So at the end of one half of play here in this key Orange Empire Conference inter-district South Orange County Community College District matchup. Saddleback 1, Irvine Valley 0 in the first half. Andrew June with the penalty kick with 11 minutes and change to go in the first half to give the Bobcats this 1-0 lead. We'll go to the halftime intermission. We'll be back with first half stats and the second half in 20 minutes. And welcome back here to Saddleback Stadium for the second half of today's Orange Empire Conference men's soccer matchup between visiting Irvine Valley College and the host Saddleback College Bobcats here at beautiful Saddleback Stadium on the campus of Saddleback College in Mission Viejo. 1-0, Saddleback leads on the penalty kick goal by Andrew June with 11 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. 33rd minute. Seventh goal of the season for Andrew June after Joel Smith was fouled in the box. Andrew took the penalty kick and gave the Bobcats a 1-0 lead over the Lasers, and this is a key matchup for power points in the 3C2A California Community College Athletic Association playoff berths, because that's how they determine the 16 teams in the South and the 16 teams in the North are from these power points. Saddleback came in at number 14 in power points, tied for third in the OEC. Irvine Valley, their South Orange County Community College district rival, is in comfortably, came into the game with sixth in the South in power points and in second place in the conference. So Saddleback looking for a victory here today and things to go their way with other teams, because believe it or not, how other teams do that are below you can affect the power points and your strength of schedule and all these other calculations they use on the power points as we're underway here in the second half. Mark Spin with you. Thank you for joining us on this Saddleback College Cinema, Television, and Radio Department YouTube live stream. Chief Engineer Matt Broday, cameraman Skip Rocks doing all the hard work. I just get to tell you about what's happening in the first half. Aside from the goal by Andrew June on the penalty kick, not a lot of offense for Saddleback. They got 5 shots, only 1 on goal. Irvine Valley only had 2 shots, both on goal. Grant Miller with a great opportunity and a great save by Dominic DeFrena. And here come the Lasers right now trying to get the equalizer. Shot goes off. And it's going to be off of the Lasers, or excuse me, off of the Bobcats. So the Lasers will have a corner to start here in the second half from the near corner at the north end. Lasers in the white with the black trim in their visiting colors going right to left on your screen. Saddleback in the home cardinal and gold going left to right. Lofted into the box, headed out. Still in play there in the penalty box. Comes back to Milicio, who had the corner. Logan Coffin, number 31, lofts cross pass to Miller. Miller off of his chest. Cortez knocks it out of there, but the Lasers, who had most of the offensive pressure in the first half, continue in that mode here on this end in the second half. As I mentioned, 5 shots for Saddleback, 1 on goal in the first half. Penalty kick by Andrew June, the only scorer for either team. Left-footed it hard. Way too much on that one. Caught it off the top of his foot. It'll be a goal kick. Sam Lockhart with the left footer there that had a little bit too much on it. In the first half, 2 corners for Irvine Valley, 1 for the Bobcats. Irvine Valley whistled 3 times for offside. 6 fouls on the Lasers, 4 on the Bobcats. 1 yellow card on the Irvine Valley bench after a heated exchange between our referee Sarfaraz and the Irvine Valley bench. And that's where we are. Under 42 minutes to go on the countdown clock in the second half. Saddleback with the 1-0 lead. Irvine Valley came in 11-3-5 overall. 6-1-5 in conference. As we mentioned, in second place, flag goes up again. Grant Miller, he of the 14 goals, second in the Orange Empire Conference, offside. Fullerton has clinched the OEC Men's Championship. They are 10-0-2. Interestingly enough, their draws came 1 against Irvine Valley and one against Saddleback. Little bit of a push up the right side there. Malisho dropped it up to Hagigit. It bounces around in the penalty area. Lockhart almost had a shot at it there, but it's knocked away by Nate Aquino. And the Lasers will have a throw in here in the Saddleback end. Jonas Fopen. Fopen. Cleared out by Saddleback, but here come the Lasers trying to keep it in. Again, it'll go into touch, throw in for the Bobcats. Parsa Gostapshi, number 34. Starting the second half. For Irvine Valley, excuse me. I was trying to catch up on the lineups for both teams here in the second half. Gobstashi trying to chase it down. Aquino will beat him to it down the left sideline. Spencer Simas, nice challenge there. Goes off of the Lasers. Jacob Edwards, number 8, came over and did a nice job trying to keep it in for Irvine Valley, who trail 1-0. Saddleback 1, Irvine Valley 0. The only goal, the penalty kick by Andrew June with 11 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first half. As I mentioned, it's a countdown clock here in community college soccer. We start at 45 and tick down. Tyler Peterson, there's another foul right there. The middle of the pitch, go against the Lasers. And there's a card. Yeah, yellow card has been awarded to Jacob Edwards. Referee Sarfaraz issues the card. And the Bobcats, with their 1-0 lead, as we approach 38 minutes to go here in the second half, will kick it away. Ryan Mann. Saddleback started Aquino, June, Carlo, Avila, Simas, Cortez, Mann, Smith, Sote Cashin, Martinez, and Dominic DeFrena still in goal for the Bobcats. The Lasers started Arzate in goal, Gabriel Velasco, Leonard Granzow, Grant Miller, Jacob Edwards, Ivan Lopez, Lucas Stark. Here comes a run down the field. Hard shot, diving is DeFrena, but it's off to the right-hand side. Jacob Edwards on a run down the middle. Good ball control to get himself in position to blast one from about 30 meters, but it went to the right side. Aquino was diving that way, went over the end line. Goal kick here for the Bobcats, which Ryan Mann sends off to midfield. And there's a foul there after a hard collision between multiple players. As I mentioned, Lucas Stark, Christopher Camarena, Anthony Ocampo, Jacob Peraza, and Fred Bukovic for Connor Ward's 11 here in the second half, the starting side for the Lasers, trying to get the equalizer. 1-0 Saddleback, free kick, long blast. DeFrena comes off the line, it's headed again. Nice aggressive effort. Hagigit, number 9, yes, came in and challenged DeFrena for that. Dominic thought he was going to be able to just reach up and grab that. But Armand Hagigit, freshman out of University High School, got part of his, looked like he headed it just off the side. Nice aggressive work by Armand Hagigat. Irvine Valley continuing to pressure up the field. Saddleback has had problems putting it in to the Lasers' end with any kind of organization, because Irvine Valley's defense has prevented the Bobcats from being able to make 2 or 3 passes. Joel Smith sends it over his head. Tyler Peterson chasing it down to the right-hand corner, knocked out of bounds. Lasers will have that long throw in from Ryan Mann again. Jonas Fopen, the defender from the Netherlands, the freshman, number 29, sent that one into touch, and here comes Ryan Mann for the throw-in on the near side. Wind has dropped a little bit. It was a little stronger in the first half going south to north, which is right to left on your screen. So what little wind there is here in the second half is at the back of Irvine Valley, attacking to the north goal on our left. Long throw in, and Arzadi comes off the line to pull that one in. No harm, no foul. Clears it out to midfield. Dominic Ochoa, number 19, on for the Bobcats, knocked that one into the Lasers bench. Lasers get it back in quickly. Nice move along the left-hand side. Good defensive recovery right there. Tyler Peterson, good challenge to keep Pekovic from an opportunity. There's a shot saved right at Dominic DeFrena, but the Lasers continue with the pressure. And we're at 34 minutes to go here in the first half. Hagigat with the header saved by DeFrena. But Irvine Valley continues to put the pressure on, looking for the equalizer. Saddleback leads 1-0. Logan Coffin centered over to Fopen. Fopen aggressively challenging up the field. Bobcats will have a throw-in as Coffin couldn't get to that one. Under 33 to play here in the second half. Joel Smith takes the throw in from Aquino, wrestles with it, does a nice job of winning the ball, but an equally good job by Jonas Fopen to deny him from going any further. And the Lasers have a little bit of room up the right-hand side. Sam Lockhart goes out of play in front of the Irvine Valley bench, and Irvine Valley continues to press. Marco Neswati, number 28 in the game for Irvine Valley, challenging on the sideline. Bobcats will get a throw in there, and we're trading some into-touch throw-ins the last few possessions on either side of the pitch here at Saddleback Stadium. College Drive East. Under 32 now in the second half. As I mentioned, countdown clock here in community college soccer. We start at 45 and we go down to 2 minutes. Scoreboard clock will stop at 2 minutes. Our referee will keep remainder of regulation plus any stoppage time on his watch on the field, and we'll just kind of guess, because we don't get any notification of how much stoppage time is added after those 2 minutes of regulation elapse. And again, we go back to throw in, out of bounds, throw in, out of bounds. Saddleback, a little choppy offensively. Credit the Irvine Valley defense. Irvine Valley won the first round of OEC play with the South Orange County Community College District rivalry game. Irvine Valley defeated Saddleback 4-1 at Irvine Valley last month. Bobcats trying to repay the favor and improve their playoff odds tremendously. Foul on the Bobcats at midfield. Quickly back into play. Edwards with a long pass down the right-hand side. Tried to, nice attempt, nice thought there by Lockhart to try and head it back to the middle. Nobody home for Irvine Valley. Little collision at midfield. Our referee, Sarfaraj, says play on, but a Bobcat is down. Joel Smith, their leading scorer, shaken up on that play. May have been a collision of heads as both players attempted to knock that ball from mid-air. If you don't think football, this kind of football is a contact sport, folks, think again. Spencer Simus coming on for the Bobcats. As I mentioned, unlimited substitution, unlimited re-entry, so players can come in and out throughout the game. Bukovic chipped it into the Saddleback end, comes back out to Simus. There's a whistle there, and the Bobcats will get a free kick from deep in their own end. 1-0, Saddleback leads. DeFrena can't pick that up because it's a direct pass back to him. Alex Avila does a nice job getting up the right-hand side to Nathan Aquino. Aquino out of J. Sarah High School. Nice little touch pass to Tyler Peterson. Back to Aquino, middle of the field. Good defensive collapse there by Irvine Valley to slow that run. And the Lasers send it back that way after Bukovic comes out with it. Gostabshi up to Hagigat. He's got room. Misses to the right-hand side. DeFrena gets in his face and claps a little bit to say, yeah, made you change your angle. I don't think it was a taunt as much of a Dominic excited that he was able to come out and anticipate which way Hagigat was going to go with the shot. And Armand just had to push it a little bit further to the right than he wanted to, and it was wide of the far post. Another good opportunity, however, for Irvine Valley, which continues to create chances. You wouldn't know it by the shots and shots on goal statistics, but the pressure has been primarily, and there's a little pushing and shoving down there at the far side with Tyler Peterson and one of the Lasers. As I mentioned, this is a South Orange County Community College District inter-district rivalry game. This may be the first year of play for Saddleback College's men's soccer program, 2023. But the schools have been playing each other in other sports for multiple years now, and a lot of these players know each other. A lot of Irvine, Mission Viejo, Rancho Santa Margarita, South Orange County area players, obviously for Saddleback, but also for Irvine Valley. Gostabshi. Aquino steps in front of that pass. Joel Smith still trying to get something going at midfield. Nice job there by Bukovic. They're marking Joel Smith well, keeping Saddleback's leading goal scorer. The one opportunity he got, he converted into a penalty kick that Andrew June took for the only goal of the game. Smith fouled, going strong towards the near post along the end line. Leonard Granzow got whistled for the infraction in the penalty area. Andrew June took the penalty kick, went low and left, made the net cords dance for the score for Saddleback. with 11 minutes and change left in the first half to make it 1-0, and that's where we are with 26 minutes left now in the second half. Saddleback 1, Irvine Valley 0. Irvine Valley and their visiting white setting up for a free kick. Good opportunity here for the Lasers. Jacob Edwards, number 8, sophomore midfielder, one of their internationals out of England. See what they set up with Coach Connor Ward here on this set piece. Referee Sarfaraz says, let's do it. Hard kick down the middle. Nicely defended across the board by the Bobcats. Kicked off of a Saddleback defender at the top of the box. But DeFrena had eyes on it all the way and gobbled that one up. Edwards sends it down. That's Lockhart over there on the right wing, trying to find some room. Jacob Edwards, number 8 for Irvine Valley, has been aggressive offensively here in the second half. Agigat challenging. Again, pressure up front by the Lasers. It's been a problem for the Bobcats throughout the game. That one will go into touch off the Bobcats. Jonas Fopen, number 29, will take the throw in right in front of Coach B.J. McNichol. A little bit too quick. Referee Sarfaraz has them do it again. Fopen to Edwards between defenders. Malisho deflected back out. Lockhart down the right side. Another hard right-handed chip shot there. And he's gotten too much elevation on a couple of those now. One with the left foot, one with the right foot, getting underneath it. Looks like me scooping my pitching wedge. Only his go a lot further. Under 24 to play. Saddleback 1, Irvine Valley 0. Irvine Valley creating chances to get the equalizer, have not converted yet, but they have kept the pressure on. Lockhart out of the corner. There's an opportunity up the right-hand side. If the Bobcats can track it down, they do. Tyler Peterson, nice slide tackle there by Fopen. He sends it down the left-hand side. Yeah, Armand Hagigit was well offside there, but that was a nice job by Fopen to slow Tyler Peterson's run on what looked to be a free ball down the right-hand side. The lights just came on here at Saddleback Stadium. You know, we ended daylight saving time on Sunday, so now it does get dark, not long after 5 o'clock. So they'll play the last 23 minutes here of regulation with the lights on at College Drive East. Saddleback Stadium gets by man at midfield. He'll send it back to DeFrena. Outside the box, Dominic will send it up to midfield. Nice job there. Once again, Jacob Edwards, he gets taken down. Foul on the Bobcats. And another free kick for Irvine Valley. Bukovic, headed out of there by Cortez. A little bit of a loose ball collected by Coffin. Tyler Peterson's got it on the right-hand side. Nathan Aquino sends it into touch on the near side. Throw in for Irvine Valley. Coming up on 21 minutes to play here in the second half. It is Saddleback 1, Irvine Valley 0. The Lasers continue to press for the equalizer. Saddleback continues to turn them away. Jacob Edwards. Cortez pokes that one away from Lockhart, and it goes off of Sam Lockhart, and it will be a throw-in for the Bobcats. As we are under 21 minutes to go here in the second half, Mark Spin with you here from Saddleback Stadium. Substitutions coming on. Number 11, Brian Landazuri Carlo returns to the game for Saddleback. Once again, the action in the Saddleback end. Irvine Valley wins a ball in midfield. Milicio, now Carlo's got it for Saddleback. Yes, sir, Milicio. Been quite active here in the second half. The freshman midfielder out of Irvine. Bobcats with another throw-in. Saddleback leading 1-0, 20 minutes to play here in the second half. Game time temperature was about 66 degrees. It's probably dropped a little bit now. The pitch is completely engulfed in shadows. Lights have come on, but it's a perfect late afternoon for football. Collision at midfield. Lasers win the ball, send it back towards their own end. Poked away there, nice slide tackle. Marco Neswati, number 28, knocked that one into touch. Saddleback will put it back into play on the throw-in, and we've got another one that goes into touch. I think Neswati headed that one into the Irvine Valley bench. Saddleback in their home Cardinal and Gold with another throw-in, this time in the Lasers end. Irvine Valley gets control of it. Crossfield pass, trying to get it to Lockhart going up the left-hand side. Kevin Sanchez, number 7, on for Saddleback. Nice job by Fopin there to take that away. Agiga trying to run it down after the long looping pass up the field. And the Lasers will get a corner out of that aggressive run. Armand Hagigat. It's a throw-in, excuse me, not a corner. Went into touch instead of over the end line. Edwards, far right-hand side. Gostabshi was wrestling for it over in the corner. Went off of the Bobcats, and this will be a corner kick for Irvine Valley. They trail 1-0, and let's see what Coach Connor Ward gets set up to have them do here. 17:45 to go here in the second half. Saddleback 1, Irvine Valley 0. Big moment in the game. Milicio heads it in, sends it into the box. It's headed around there. Collected once by Irvine Valley. Tried to get it over to the left side on the near post. Jacob Edwards, I believe, tried to loft that pass to an open side of the field to Logan Coffin. But it had a little bit too much weight on the pass, and it'll be a goal kick for Saddleback. As we're at the 17-minute mark here in the second half, Saddleback 1, Irvine Valley 0. Lasers continuing to press to level things up. Saddleback continues to hold. Long goal kick into the Lasers end. Comes back across midfield. Jacob Edwards lost it there. Thought he was fouled. Referee said play on. Foul on the Bobcats. Milicio. Good footwork there. Good marking by Sanchez. Cortez has got it. Gian sends it towards midfield. It comes right back to the Lasers. And here's Edwards trying to get some room. Tight defense there. Excellent job by Spencer Simas. Turns Edwards away. Another foul on the Bobcats. And that's Logan Coffin, the freshman from Chino Hills. But he's up and okay, and free kick opportunity again for Irvine Valley. Milicio will take this free kick as well. He's handled their corner kicks. Sends it into the box. It's headed out there. Saddleback had that defensively well positioned. Sode Kashan trying to run it down, but Irvine Valley gets to it first and sends it back into Saddleback territory. Carlo does a nice job getting out there. Simas heads it back towards midfield, but it stays here in the Saddleback end. Nezwadi up the right-hand side. He dropped it off to Gostabshi. Goes off of the Bobcats into touch. Substitutions now for Irvine Valley. Grant Miller returns to the game. De Oliveira Costa, number 25, also into the game for Irvine Valley. They trail 1-0. They're trying to get the equalizer. Foul on the Lasers. Saddleback will send it back the other way as we're under 14 to go on the countdown clock. 14 minutes under that now. 72nd minute. Excuse me. 77th minute. Milicio headed there by Cortez, but he sends it kind of the wrong way. Hagiga tries to put it into the box. Spencer Simas came over and sent it over to the Irvine Valley bench. Throw in for the Lasers. As we approach the 78th minute, soon to be under 13 minutes left on the countdown clock. Foul there, no. Referee says play on. Everybody paused for half a second, but Saddleback came away with it. They thought there was a foul on Irvine Valley. Either way, Bobcats move it up into the Laser end. Goes into touch off of Bukovic. And we'll see if BJ McNichol has Ryan Mann come in to throw a longer than usual set piece type of throw in that they frequently do with Mann, number 17, when the throw in is from the parallel to the top of the box. This one is further back than that. Ryan takes a running start. Headed there by Joel Smith. Irvine Valley gets it out. Now it's turned around. Simas with a nice little drop-off pass over there to Andrew June. June on the left-hand side. He's got the only goal of the game on a penalty kick with 11 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first half. Saddleback 1, Irvine Valley 0, and that's where we remain as we are under 12 minutes on the countdown clock. We're in the 79th minute, 1-0. Lasers knock it out of the penalty area. Alex Martinez drops it back off. Lasers send it back up towards midfield. Headed around Martinez tries to get it over there on the near sideline and does. Bobcats come away with it. It's poked out of bounds by Miller, taking it from Andrew June, but it's a throw-in for the Bobcats. Martinez, and Andrew June's got a little bit of room on the right-hand side, but the Blazers do a nice job coming over. Almost got through them. Stays in play on the far, and now it goes out of bounds. Tyler Peterson couldn't quite get there. Andrew June kept pushing, and it looked like the Blazers had control of that in the penalty area, but then it got between their defenders. But they were able to clear it off of the Bobcats on the near sideline. Try to get it to Miller up the left-hand side. He's battling with Nathan Aquino. Alex Avila challenging Dale Vieira Costa. Bobcats come away with it. Send a long ball down to Joel Smith. It's off his chest, goes into pitch. Joel kicks it up into the stands in frustration. 10 minutes left. 10 minutes to go on the countdown clock. 10 minutes left here in the second half. Saddleback 1, Irvine Valley 0. Blazers keep pushing to get that tying goal, level things up. Jacob Edwards sends it into the box. He's got runners down the side. Gian Cortez headed it out of bounds over the end line, and the Blazers will have another corner from the far corner with 9.5 to go. Into the box on a low line. Ivan Lopez had taken that corner for the Blazers. He's been their point man all year, leading scorer, 10 goals and 15 assists. But both he and Grant Miller, with the 14 goals, second in the Orange Empire Conference, shut out thus far, but they have been pressuring throughout the game. They've had the best of it. If you want to go with time of possession or those types of statistics, it's been an Irvine Valley dominated game, but the only stat that matters, Saddleback 1, Irvine Valley 0, as we are 8.5 to go on the countdown clock. As I mentioned, it will stop at 2 minutes to go on the scoreboard clock. 2 minutes of regulation, the last 2 minutes, and any stoppage time will be kept on the field by our referee. We'll do our best to guesstimate where we are once we get to the stoppage on there. Knocked around in a crowd. Miller with a hard shot, diving save. Just went by the far right side for Dominic DeFrena. Miller trying to get one in on his left on the near post. Just wide. DeFrena didn't get a hand on it because it was wide. A close-up binoculars action, and there was no touch by DeFrena, just a wide shot by Miller, who kept working in a crowd in the penalty area, got the shot off, but missed it wide left for him as DeFrena was defending his near post. Approaching 7 minutes left. Martinez sends it back to midfield. Irvine Valley maintaining possession. Long looping pass into the box. There's Miller again. He heads it back out towards Jacob Edwards. Milicio on the near sideline, taken away by the Bobcats. Irvine Valley gets it back. Have another throw in. Parallel, now it's a foul on the Bobcats. Free kick coming. And another chance for Irvine Valley to set up a equalizing attempt. They trail 1-0 as we approach 6 minutes left on the countdown clock here in the second half. Saddleback 1, Irvine Valley 0. 6 minutes to play. Conversation as the teams try to get set up for the free kick, and this is an important situation for both teams. Referee Sarfaraz conversation over. Here comes the free kick. Lopez sends it into the box. It's headed around and score! Irvine Valley gets the header. It may have been Grant Miller as the ball was deflected around. I believe that was the second leading scorer for for the Orange Empire Conference. Grant Miller made the net cords dance off of the free kick from Lopez on the assist, and wouldn't that just be poetic for Irvine Valley with their leading scorer, including those 15 assists, maybe now 16. We'll see how they officially score it. Lopez off of the free kick. Ball was headed around, and Grant Miller appeared to be in the right place at the right time. And they get the equalizer with 5 minutes to go in the game. We are tied at 1-1. All level. Indeed it was. Grant Miller, 15th goal of the season, second leading goal scorer in the Orange Empire Conference, made the net cords dance with the score for Irvine Valley. The assist, Ivan Lopez, his 16th of the season. And that duo for Irvine Valley, who had been held in check for much of the game, despite Irvine Valley's offensive pressure, combination of Lopez and Miller, not a lot of calls, well marked, but now Irvine Valley feels the momentum and they want to get ahead. And there's 4 minutes to go and there's time. There's time for both sides. Jacob Edwards with some room out in the middle, quickly cut off there, dribbling between defenders. He sends it over to Milicio just outside the penalty area on the left-hand side. The flag is up. The Lasers were offside. Quite an interesting set of circumstances right there. The free kick. Throw in for Irvine Valley. Saddleback bench wanted a foul. Nothing was called. Simus felt he was hip-checked off the ball by the Lasers, but no call was made. Play on. 3.5 to go on the countdown clock, and we are tied at 1-1. The equalizer, Grant Miller, who just was wide a minute or two earlier, to the left side, this time out of the crowd. Got the assist from Lopez on the free kick. Radzai into the game for Saddleback, number 29. Blasts one high and away. Good stuff here in the last few minutes as Irvine Valley's offensive pressure throughout the game pays off. Lopez with the assist on the free kick. Grant Miller with the goal. How apropos for Irvine Valley as their two top scorers combined to tie this key Orange Empire Conference matchup at 1. Saddleback 1, Irvine Valley 1. Approaching the 2-minute scoreboard clock stoppage. Saddleback with the long throw in. Ryan Mann gets it into the 6-yard box. It's headed around there. Nicely defended by Irvine Valley. They send it back out. Mann left foots it. Nice little header by Simus trying to get it to Radzai. He was pulled down. No foul called. Saddleback wondered why there wasn't something there in the penalty area, and that could have been big trouble for Irvine Valley, but play on. And here come the Bobcats again. Gavin Radzai into the game. Too much on that one. Andrew June couldn't control it. Lopez now. Nice little lead pass up to Miller. Miller chips it into the box. comes off the line. DeFrena, it looks like he got hurt coming off the line. The ball's still alive. Both teams fighting for it. DeFrena is down on the ground. The flag goes up, and it's offside on Irvine Valley. The goal is not going to count. DeFrena had stayed down. Irvine Valley didn't get back on side. So no goal there because of the offside call. Irvine Valley, their bench thought that they had the go-ahead score with under 2 minutes to play because we have reached the clock stoppage juncture of the game. Time now being kept on the field. Arguments from the Lasers with the linesman to no avail. Spencer Simus will take it up the right-hand side. Still tied 1-1. A lot of action here in these last few minutes between these two South Orange County Community College District rivals. This one will be fun to watch over the years as Saddleback, first year ever for men's soccer this season, 2023. Looking forward to taking on their Irvine Valley District rivals. Joel Smith with it. Tried to get it to the middle. Deflected away nicely by the Lasers. Radzai comes off the ball. They say play on. He gets a little pass over to Simus. He gets it back. Simus has got it. Tried to center it back. I believe that was Ochoa that he was trying to get it back to. DeFrena came all the way off the box. He's not even close to the goal line, but now good fight there at the midfield area. Saddleback will come away with it on a quick free kick. And now I can only tell you we're probably into stoppage time. How much time is left, I cannot say for sure, but I will keep an eye on our referee, Sarfaraz. But any goal that may happen before the final whistle should be the game winner if it should occur. Saddleback a little better offensive pressure since Irvine Valley equalized things. Left-hand corner, nice move. Andrew June tried to get it centered to Smith. Lasers knock it away. Ryan Mann will keep it in. He'll left-foot it in across the pitch to Gavin Radzai, who sends a header that hits the crossbar. Little bit too much from Gavin Radzai. What an effort. Beautiful pass by Ryan Mann. Radzai set himself up and tried to head it in, and it went just over the ticked the top of the crossbar. It was going over and ticked, I think, the back of the top of the crossbar, but it was inches away because the goalkeeper, Arzadi, there was nothing he could do about that because he was 6'8" feet off the line, and it was over his head. Here's a run again. Radzai making things happen on the right-hand side. He's a big physical guy. He gets into the box. It'll go out of bounds, goal kick or corner. It's a corner for the Bobcats. Radzai trying to, and he had a collision with one of the Lasers as he was determined to get to the near post, and the Irvine player is down. See if I can get the binoculars on who that is. Gavin Radzai is a 6'2", 190-pound player. He's a good size. I think that's Bakovic, number 24, who did a good job of preventing him from turning the corner to the near post, but took the worst of it. But it is a corner. Ryan Mantle left-footed into the box, headed around, and Irvine Valley, it was an offside call against the Bobcats off of the corner kick. So Irvine Valley will send it towards the Saddleback end as we are into stoppage time, and now we just watch our referee to see when he blows the whistle. This may be the final push by either team in this 1-1 tie. We are in stoppage time with no way to tell how much time had been added, but a foul there on Irvine Valley. Things getting a little chippy, as they say, but it's a good, intense game. And there is the final whistle. They will not award the free kick to end the game, and that will end it right there. We have come to the conclusion. Final whistle has blown. Irvine Valley gets the goal in Oh gosh, it must have been the 85th minute. Grant Miller from Lopez off of the free kick got the equalizer. And that's where we're going to end it, folks. Saddleback won. Irvine Valley won. Good matchup here at Saddleback Stadium today. Irvine Valley goes to 11-3-6 overall, 6-1-6, and still in second place in the Orange Empire Conference. Still undefeated away, now 6-0-3. The Bobcats go to 8-5-5 overall, 5-4-4 in Orange Empire Conference play, and remain unbeaten at home, 5-0-4. Have to see what'll happen. The final game for the Bobcats is Thursday against Santiago Canyon at Santiago Canyon. Depending on what happened in other games, power points, Saddleback came in at number 14 in the power points, need to be in the top 16 to make the Southern California Regional of the state playoffs starting next week. We'll see how that plays out. Irvine Valley is comfortably into the playoffs, number 6. So our final again from Saddleback Stadium. For Chief Engineer Matt Brodet, cameraman Skip Rocks, I am Mark Spin. Final score again, Saddleback 1, Irvine Valley 1. Have a great night.